Hi guys, it's Mac here from Cryptstar Staking, and today I have another wonderful, beautiful update for you guys for the Aleph Zero blockchain. So I'm really excited for today's video because I went ahead and crunched the numbers, and I want to show you guys exactly how profitable it is to be a validator on the Aleph Zero blockchain, as well as how much time you need for maintenance and how hard is it to go ahead and get nominators for your validator node. And so I'm going to try and cover all this for you guys today. I had a few people hit me up on Twitter. They're asking, hey Mac, the Aleph Zero price is down. I want to start a node on Aleph Zero, but I'm kind of curious as to how profitable it is and sort of what is your outlook for the future for Aleph Zero and the validator node you guys run at Cryptstar. So today's video I'll cover that, and I'll also cover all of the Aleph Zero core updates. There wasn't a whole ton going on. I think they're really focused on common decks right now, as well as getting a lot of the, what do you call it, grants, I guess you could say, with the EFP program. So the team has been really focused on that, it seems like. And so yeah, we're just going to cover all the main core updates, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys the profitability calculator that I created, the Excel doc. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you guys want to go ahead and get all of the latest updates for the Aleph Zero blockchain. Also, if you have any questions regarding Aleph Zero or other staking service that we provide here at Cryptstar, or even just have a question about how to get into cryptocurrency and blockchain, feel free to just hit me up on Twitter. Hit the @mark at CryptstarMac, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So the core updates, this is straight from the Aleph Zero Discord channel. You can see here there was the chain improvements. Later this week, we're going to actually have to update our mainnet validator, but the process is extremely easy. It usually takes about 20 to 30 seconds. That's one reason we love validating on Aleph Zero blockchain, because maintenance is a breeze. There's not a whole lot of maintenance we have to do. Plus, it's all the payments are on chain, and the fees are calculated through the Polkadot Substrate UI. So it's very easy, and it's very transparent for anybody who wants to stake with you, because you can't cheat them. You can't raise the fee all of a sudden. Well, you can raise the fee all of a sudden, but you cannot secretly charge people more or whatever through the command line or whatever. Everything is very transparent, which is one reason Tezos is kind of a pain, because it requires a lot of, you have to run the configuration file, and it's just really complicated for that, and a lot of times it'll break with the upgrades, whereas Aleph Zero doesn't have any of those issues, and we could just charge a straight 5% just because it doesn't require very much maintenance at all. The ecosystem, the two new projects signed the EFP agreements, a game, a multi-purpose platform for real-world assets. So really excited to see which projects got the grants for this. If you guys need to go ahead and apply for a grant, if you want to launch a project on Aleph Zero, you can go ahead and apply from the Aleph Zero website. It's quite easy, and I think I've heard the process isn't that difficult, and the team is very welcoming. So yeah, go ahead and apply for the grant there. I wouldn't recommend trying to apply for a grant for an AMM or something like that. Maybe a new type of project, a new type of exchange would be better, because the core team is developing Common, which I believe that's going to be a cross-chain AMM, so I'm highly doubting that it's going to be really easy to get a grant for a similar project. That's just my personal opinion. Also, Angel Block is announced receiving EFP support, so that's really cool. It looks like they are doing quite a bit of work on GitHub, like they said here, 11.1 release, and that's going to come with a lot of improvements to the blockchain. I think, what does it say, finality or something is going to become faster or more smooth. Really excited for that. Also upcoming events, Adam Guggle's keynote at Polkadot Decoded, so that was last month, and Ink Workshop with Piotr Mexc at ETH Brazil. I think I actually went to that, so yeah, you guys can check out the video. I think I did a live stream of that, so it went really well. I really enjoyed it. It was really funny. We now have Peatcoin, so yeah. If you guys want some Peatcoin, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter. I'll send you some, no problem. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into my video today. I just want to thank you guys for all of your support. We do have 38 nominators now, with 469 Azero staked with us here at Cryptstar Staking. Now, I want to go ahead and jump into sort of the calculations for how much money you make per month. And this is how much we make here at Cryptstar right now. You can see we did buy the 25,000 required to go ahead and start a node. And also we have, like I said, 444 plus 25,000, which is the 469,000 you saw on the previous page, the total amount staked. But basically I just took these numbers from here and put them into my calculator. And you can see here that the fee for us is 5%, but we don't have a fee on our own staked amount. So we actually, from our own stake, we make a little bit more than we actually make from the fees from the nominators, because 5% isn't actually that much. The total amount we've made so far, and you can see how I did calculate the hardware costs. It cost us about $2,400 to go ahead and get both servers for both UK as well as my other server in New York. We do have 3 servers running the Aleph Zero nodes, just in case one fails. We do have backups. And that is a manual process. There's no real way to automate it yet, just because you have to do a signature and a key. It's very secure because we don't have to worry about having our private keys on the node, which is really nice. It was a really nice change from Tezos, because for Tezos you have to have it on a hardware security module, or you have to keep it on the device, or you can use a ledger device, but then you have to have hands-on. You have to have hands on it. Like you can't just do it remotely, or you have to have the insecure method, which is having your private key on the node itself. So that costed quite a bit of money just to get the HSM for Tezos. But for Aleph Zero, you can basically sign the key with your private key, and then encrypt your private key and put it somewhere safe, and then you basically don't have to touch the private key anymore. You just keep the signed message on your Aleph Zero node, and it'll automatically start validating for that signed message, and which is connected to your private key in your account. Total amount we made minus the costs and including the airdrops, I think we had about 1,800 Aleph Zero and airdrops. This is including the one that's coming up here soon. They do have an airdrop coming up here soon for validators who were registered on the testnet as well. So if you're a validator on the mainnet and you run a validator on testnet, you can see here that they're really trying to support the validators to keep running on the testnet, so that way they can keep running tests and make sure that updates are optimized before they push the updates to mainnet. So I think it's a really good program, and I really appreciate it. I was kind of hoping that Tezos would do this as well, but they ended up doing GhostNet. So yeah, this is a very bullish for me, actually, supporting validators in this way. I think it's really great. And instead of launching a new coin, instead they reward in Aleph Zero tokens. So, and also it kind of cuts back on the initial cost for us when we had to go ahead and purchase, the 25,000 Aleph Zero to go ahead and do this. And I think our average cost here at Cryptstar was about 85-90 cents. So we're about break even there. Just hopefully the price doesn't go down too much more. But yeah, it's still pretty decent income, especially since we have so much support from our nominators. You can see the dollar amount here. And if you go ahead and convert it to yen, because I live in Japan, the yen price kind of pushes it up a bit. Right now, we're not even cashing out. We're just keeping the Aleph Zero because the price of Aleph Zero is just really low right now, in my opinion. I think it should be much higher. From there, the goal of the channel, one of the big reasons why we started on Aleph Zero is there's no limit to the amount that you can have delegated with you. If you go on the Substrate portal, you can see some of these people have like a lot more delegated to them. For example, Fat Cat Ventures has 750,000. I think there was a few that have almost a million Aleph Zero with them. Like Art Zero has 4 million, and No Sleep has 7.6 million, and they have a lot of nominators. And yeah, so we're really working hard to get there here at Cryptstar. If I can get up high enough to this, then like the YouTube channel will be funded by that, and I can just keep making Aleph Zero videos. So, but right now it's I can only do so much. But that is the goal. If I can make that much, that'd be great. The dollar to yen is just horrible right now. You can see here the goal is 15 million. That's about 3 times the amount that Art Zero has right now. Now this would only be possible if the Aleph Zero price went up and a bunch of people got into Aleph Zero and decided to go ahead and purchase Aleph Zero. Then we could have more people move in, or if the foundation decided to go ahead and delegate to community members to go ahead and support their projects, which I don't know if that's going to happen. There might be like legal issues with that, but if they did that, then that would really help me get up to the goal of 15,000 or 15 million Aleph Zero nominated to Cryptstar. Yeah, so like I said, the really big reasons as why we chose Aleph Zero is because to set up a node, I think it's about 300 gigabytes you have to download, which is the longest part of the whole process. But besides that, the documentation for running a node is very good, and you can do it either by the command line, or you can go ahead and download Docker, and then with Docker you can basically update it in about 30 seconds. So even this update that's coming out here in a few days, 11.1 I think, you can just basically update it quite easily with that. It took me about 30 seconds to go ahead and update. I don't have to worry about any downtime, and I don't have to worry about getting slashed. And as you can see, we haven't been slashed at all, actually. We have we have 100% uptime now with Aleph Zero. Our actual Aleph Zero server is running at about 2.5% of its capacity, and it's like 1 to 2.5%. And I think I still have a few other Docker containers running on it in like a separate VM. So even with that, Aleph Zero is extremely economical, because it barely uses any of the processing power currently, and that might be because the transaction volume is low. But I think even when the transaction volume goes up, it won't go above 5 to 10%. I think the base core CPU usage, it's pretty accurate. So anyways, hope that helped you guys out. And if you guys really want to become an Aleph Zero validator, please go ahead and reach out to me on Telegram. I'll leave it in the link in the description below, and I'm going to help you guys out, point you in the right direction. Also, if you need any, like I said, any help with the configuration or anything like that, just feel free to reach out. And I hope you guys have an awesome day and have a great weekend, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.